जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय प्रभुपाद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यम्। I'm trying to we'll discuss something, we'll read something. Um, Today's appearance day of. You heard about him, Saraswati Thakur? You heard about his life? We discussed before. Yeah. Either we, let's see. Okay. So we'll read some golden statements from Saraswati Thakur. Let's see what happens. We are put to test and trial in this world. Only those who attend the kirtan of the devotees can succeed. Every spot on earth where discourses on God, every spot on earth where discourses on God are held is a place of pilgrimage. Possession of objects not related to Krishna is our main malady. Malady means obstacle, main malady. Let me not desire anything but the highest good for my worst enemies. Amazing. As dalliance with the body in luxury increases, so wanes the spirit of service of the Lord. As dalliance with the body in luxury increases, so wanes the spirit of service of the Lord. Understood? As we become more and more bodily conscious, or um, more and more desirable for our worldly pleasures, as dalliance with the body in luxury, enjoying with the body in luxury increases, so wanes the spirit of service to the Lord. Then we are not so much interested in serving Krishna. Those favored by God find their paths set by thorns. This is amazing. Those favored by God find their paths set by thorns. Means those who are trying to become self-realized don't expect a nice, jolly life. Their paths are set by thorns. There is no peace or happiness in our worldly life. Circumstances create turmoil and annoyance. When we say set by thorns means there may be internal satisfaction, but externally there will be so many obstacles. The life of Srila Prabhupada, so much sangharsh, like, so much struggle. Saraswati Thakur, so much struggle. Bhakti Thakur, so much struggle. So thinking if I become Krishna conscious, then my life will be all perfect. Maybe no. There is no peace or happiness in our worldly life. Circumstances create turmoil and annoyance. Everyone gets turmoiled or annoyed. Just nature of worldly life. Chant the Mahamantra loudly and with attachment. They will drive away inertia, worldly evils and pests. If you chant loudly and with attachment, drive away inertia means not willing to serve. Like, so it will drive away inertia, worldly evils and pests. Be indifferent to bazaar gossips, what people speak. Stick firmly to your cherished goals. No lack or impediments of the world will ever stand in your way. Focus on the goals and please don't engage in worldly gossip. Not at all good for us. Pay due respect. See, when we are engaged in serving Krishna more and more, we'll become more and more enthusiastic. When we think more and more about others and the faults in others and gossip, it will drain more and more energy. Pay due respects to the extroverts of the world, but do not be appreciative of their manners and conduct. They are to be shaken off from your mind. Meaning those who are successful people, don't try to follow their manners or conducts. Materially successful people. A devotee feels the presence of God everywhere, but one averse to the Lord denies his existence anywhere. You cannot appreciate transcendental matters with the reasoning of the world. It is sheer nonsense to decry them with the measuring stick of your intellect. Means subject matter of Krishna consciousness cannot be understood with our intellect. or with our reasoning we cannot understand everything. Some things will be like this, inconceivable. To recite the name of Sri Krishna is bhakti. Life is for the glorification of topics on Hari. If that is stopped, then what need is there to carry on life? Physical illness with Hari Bhajan is preferred to physical fitness without Hari Bhajan. Our span of life on earth is short. Our life will be crowned with success if the body wears out with constant discourses on Hari. Our life will be crowned with success if the body wears out with constant discourses on Hari. Amazing. We are here on earth not to work as artisans for making big buildings with wood and stone, but to work out as messengers for the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Dev. A sycophant is neither a guru nor a preacher. That's why Thakur, English was very difficult to understand. What does the word sycophant means?
Self-seeking flattery.
Self-seeking flattery.
Flattery. Who acts
Right.
insincere towards people who have influence, act towards them nicely just to be invited.
To transform the adverse desires of the jivas is the supreme duty of the most merciful. To rescue one person from the stronghold of Mahamaya is an act of super benevolence, far superior to opening innumerable hospitals. To rescue one person from the stronghold of Mahamaya is an act of superb benevolence, far superior to opening innumerable hospitals. Srila Prabhupada said, the goal of entire Krishna consciousness is to make one pure devotee. There are many. Unless we are devoted to God, secularism shall not leave us. Look within, amend yourself, rather than pry into the frailties of others. Instead of focusing into the fault of others, look yourself and change yourself. In this world of Maya, averse to the in this world of Maya, averse to the Lord, full of trials and tribulations, only patience, humility, and respect for others are our friends for Hari Bhajan. What are our friends for Hari Bhajan? Patience, humility, and respect for others. Respect for others. Be patient. Ups and downs will come. Be humble. Humble means not disrespecting others. Try to find more fault in oneself. The Lord Gaurasundara puts his devotees in various difficulties and associations to test their patience and strength of mind. Success depends on their good fortune. Understood? Mahaprabhu puts us in various difficulties and various associations, which we were like, let me get out of this. But just to test our patience and how strong is our mind to handle with those circumstances. Who does that? Mahaprabhu does that. When faults in others misguide and delude you, have patience, introspect, find faults in yourself. Know that others cannot harm you unless you harm yourself. So if you are misguided by others' fault, then introspect and find fault in yourself and be patient. Be patient. I wish that every selfless, tender-hearted person of Gaudiya Math will be prepared to shed 200 gallons of blood for the nourishment of the spiritual corpus of every individual of this world. So I wish every selfless, tender-hearted person of God Yaman shall be prepared to shed 200 gallons of blood for the nourishment of the spiritual soul, spiritual corpus of one individual, every individual in this world. I don't know how many bloods we have to. Okay, now we'll read something more. Patient with me. Amazing, right? How do you feel? Super. More quotes. So some more nectar for today. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructions in Sikshakashtakam. What is that? Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam is the only motto of Gaudiya Math. What is the only motto of Gaudiya Math? Holy name is the only glorious thing. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Are devotees able to see the screen that we are sharing? The quotes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the only enjoyer. Everybody will say it. Everyone and everything else is the object of his enjoyment. Anyone who does not serve Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is ignorant and a killer of himself. Oh, you cannot see here? Now you can see. Anyone, no. Anyone who does not serve Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is ignorant and a killer himself. To learn to tolerate is one of the most important responsibilities of those living in a mud. Living in a temple, the most important responsibility is tolerate. So many ups and downs will come, just tolerate. Just keep going on. Raganuga devotees offer all glory to the original source instead of depending on their own. Rupanuga devotees offer all glory to the original source instead of depending on their own strength. Depend on Krishna. All glory to Krishna. Those who perform assorted religious activities cannot serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Subsidiary religious activities. Become united with one person, with one purpose and serve Hari. Where there is discussion about Hari, that is a place of pilgrimage. We are not pious, sinful, or learned or ignorant. We are the carriers of the dust of the feet of the Supreme Lord Sri Hari, and we are initiated by the mantra. What is our initiation mantra? Kirtanya Sadahari. Always chant the holy name. This is the mantra we are all initiated by. My advice is, what is Saraswati Thakur advice to all of us? Do not criticize others. Do not criticize others. Do not criticize others. Try to rectify yourself. Our supreme duty is to serve the residents of Vraja, who are afflicted by Krishna's departure to Mathura. This is our supreme duty. Serve the residents of Vraja, who are in lot of pain because of Krishna's departure from Mathura to Mathura. A pure devotee knows that everyone is a spiritual master. Therefore, a pure devotee can be Jagat Guru. What does a pure devotee know? Everyone is a spiritual master. It is said in the beginning, the very beginning, we have no spiritual master. When we are little advanced, we have one spiritual master. When we are more advanced, we have few spiritual masters. And we are completely pure. Everyone is our spiritual master. थोड़ा बढ़ता रहता है प्रभु जी गुरु का दायरा therefore a pure devotee
Hare
can
Krishna
be
Prabhuji,
Jagat Guru.
Dandat Pran. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When
Mataji.
you're reading always for resound is coming.
Mataji, say
Prabhuji,
again.
when you are reading, we are having few questions, but if we wait till end, we will forget, right? So is it
You can
okay to ask in the
yes
middle or
yes
uh, here, Prabhuji? It's like already 2, 3 are gone, so just now I wanted. From now, I don't want to replace. Here, Prabhuji, what does it mean, Prabhuji? So the devotees, some if they are giving pain to us, they are teaching us the tolerance and patience. And if anybody are giving us praises or something, or they are trying to, you understand? I think, right, Prabhuji?
Yes,
What
yes,
spiritual?
yes.
Everybody are spiritual master means everybody are teaching us something to us.
We can learn from everyone, whether one is first time we are meeting in Krishna consciousness or one is very advanced. There is something to learn from everyone. And if someone is teaching us by their example, by their words, then they are like our spiritual. Because what is a teacher? Role of a spiritual master is taking us in, help us advance in spiritual direction. So everyone is teaching us. So in that way, is it all right?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
The person who saw Pinglas as his inspiration,
24 gurus.
he saw everyone, what they're being.
Yeah, in Uddhav Gita. If we want to follow
Actually, that
the
helped Prabhuji 24 gurus. It's actually, thank you for reminding. Maybe, yes, there we are learning from all of them. Thank you,
yeah.
Prabhuji.
If we want to follow the path of true auspiciousness, we should give up the countless opinions of people and only hear the words of the Vedas. Don't worry about what people say. Try to understand what scripture says. Whatever is auspicious should be desired. An intimate devotee does not have any other desire besides serving the followers of Sri Rupa Goswami. There is no other way of associating with transcendence beside hearing. As soon as we lose the shelter of a protector, everything around us will become our enemy. Means once we lose the shelter of Guru and Krishna, everything around us will become our enemy and attack us. Topics about Krishna spoken by a genuine saint are our only protector. Hearing Sadhu Sangha is our protector. A flatterer can never become a guru or a preacher. Means flatterer means they are not willing to correct. They only flatter. There is a difference between glorification and flattery. Flattery means प्रभु जी आप तो महाप्रभु के एक समान हो आपको देख के साक्षात कृष्णा आ गए मेरे तो ये क्या ये फ्लैटरी है glorification is प्रभु you are sincere but the role of guru is not a flatterer cannot become guru because guru like one statement Prabhupada says guru means heavy means guru should correct or help us grow. But a flatterer can never become a guru or a preacher.
In terms of flattery, like it is wrong if someone says something that is not in line with what what Guru Sadhana Shastra say. But if we kind of, if things get into some very specifics, details, but we instead of going into those details, we kind of just cover them. Is that okay? And I wasn't clear. Right? Yeah. So, if for example, someone is telling like, okay, so I should, if someone is telling, ki, should I stop? Can I have onion, garlic? Can I have all of this? But if you say, yeah, yeah, that's fine. As long as, because sometimes it is said,
No,
when
that's
people
not
come
good.
initially, you keep doing what you're doing, keep chanting. So in
Yes.
a way, we are not telling them to stop. We are not putting that line of roko ye. But we are saying them to focus on chanting, automatically bad things will increase.
But we are not telling you can do those things. But we give instructions step by step, conducive for the other person to take the next step. You give them the amount of food they can digest. Otherwise, over instruction is we're not here to download knowledge. We are here to help them grow step by step. Alright?
So even if there is sometimes things we can say that is very better to start with the basics.
Start with basic, but never say anything which is against Shastra. You may, it's okay to not say everything. Say only the relevant thing, but don't say anything which is going against our Guru Parampara. Not even a word. Whatever word comes should be pure, but you can say only limited word that will help the other person. Because otherwise we misguide them. We stamp their. Don't endorse what they are saying. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Not just if they say I like this, very good, bro. Don't even say very good. Please take. I heard you. Just don't endorse anything non-shastric that they say. Don't approve. Don't stamp. Everything we stamp should be from our Guru Parampara. It is better to remain in millions of species like birds, bees, insects, and worms than become deceitful. One who is free from deceit receives auspiciousness. Deceit means cheating, deceit, duplicitous. Cannot speak on this because I am full of deceit. Vaishnavas is the other name of simplicity. The servants of the Parahamsa Vaishnavas are simple. Therefore, they are the best Brahmanas. One of the quality of Brahmana is simple, free from deceit. अंदर बाहर एक basically simple, no deceit. Wonderful. The only duty of the most merciful persons is to transform the degraded taste of people. What is degraded taste? Senses. To transform that taste. If you can save even one person from the great force of Mahamaya, then that will be a greater act of philanthropy than opening millions of hospitals. Those who have not learned to develop their propensity to serve the Supreme Lord from self-realized souls, no matter how pleasing their association may be, it should never be desired. If somebody is not serving, no matter how good they are to you, that association is not desirable. Only association desirable is those who have developed their propensity to serve Krishna. Their association is desirable. Preaching without practicing is but a ritual of karma kanda. This applies to me. If one just serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees, his attachment to his household will diminish. Our main disease is to collect objects that are not related to Krishna. We have not come to this world to become an artisan of wood or stone. We are only persons of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Artisan of wood and stone means to become famous, have our deities manifest in this world. So we have not come to help others or become like आर्टिशन ऑफ वुड एंड स्टोन मीन्स लोग चले जाते हैं तो उनके विग्रह छो- हमारा वर्शिप होगा वैसा नहीं वी आर हियर वी आर ओनली पर्सन्स ऑफ श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु's mercy. We will not stay in the world for a very long time, not a very long time, for a long time. Only if this body falls singing of the glory of Lord Sri Hari will our birth in this body be successful. The only desired object in our life is to collect dust from the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami, who fulfilled the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only desired object is collect the dust of Sri Rupa Goswami. This material nature, which is averse to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is an examination hall. Tolerance, humbleness, and appreciation of others are favorable to develop our devotion to Hari. Humble, appreciate others, and tolerate any inconveniences. Even if others are causing a lot of inconveniences, you still appreciate. So you are very nice. I'm very grateful for your association. झापड़ मारेंगे आपको तो भी. I'm so grateful to you. Tolerate, be humble, and appreciate others. These are favorable to develop our devotion to Hari.
To that extent where fully into it and
Yeah,
well
and you still appreciate them. It comes by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Natural in the process of bhakti. And the more spend time we spend, the more favorable our bhakti becomes. All the ups and downs may be there throughout our life, but in general it becomes more and more favorable. In every birth one gets a father and a mother, but one may not get instructions for his ultimate benefit. Although the activities of a devotee and the misdemeanor of a pseudo devotee appear to be alike, there is a heaven and hell difference, like the milk and lime water. Understood? A devotee may also do something, a non devotee may do some similar thing. Both may chastise, for example. A devotee may chastise or act in विराट महाराज की जय,
Yeah.
निताय नवदीप चंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. A pseudo devotee may act in a certain way, a devotee may act in a certain way, but there is a difference of hell and heaven. For example, Srila Prabhupada chastise somebody, and somebody may chastise. So when Srila Prabhupada is chastising, it's for the other's benefit, um, out of compassion, to help them go closer to Krishna. Out of his, this is his mercy. But if a common person chastise, it may be just out of envy, out of anger. So there is a gulf of difference between the activities of a devotee and that of a pseudo devotee. Those who mistake dishonesty to be honesty or crook to be saint will fall into great difficulty. Those who mistake dishonesty to be honesty or a crook to be saint will fall into great difficulty, as a person who tries to cheat an ironsmith by supplying him bad steel. Those who mistake dishonesty to be honesty means you become influenced by what they are saying. If um, somebody comes and says something, and you buy what they say, and you accept, and then you act based on that. And if they're not dishonest, if they are dishonest, and we follow what they are saying, we become influenced by what they are saying, then we are putting ourselves into great difficulty.
So how do we? What is our
What
litmus test?
what do we have to do, Prabhuji, to avoid this?
The same question that you were telling. How do I know? Well, I think devotee association helps us. Guidance helps us. We become influenced by dishonest person thinking this is what the right thing is, and then we follow based on what we have heard from them. That puts us into great difficulty. So what is the ideal way? Follow those who are honest. And how do we know those who are honest? By we will come to know when we interact with people, when we interact with devotees. Oh, this person is honest. This person is sincere. We may go wrong once or twice, but not every time. Slowly, we start understanding, and then we hear or take guidance from those in whom we have developed full faith, and we want to follow them. If two people say something, then um, in simple words, the Lord is sitting in our heart. Sometimes we may do something wrong, and some devotees may guide us, correct us. This was not right. Don't act, and then so we gradually mature and gradually understand. It's it's not easy because we can become influenced by dishonest person, but that puts us into great difficulty. Is that all right, Janva Devi?
Prabhuji, is there any way that we can help them? Because of so much anger or something, they are not able to realize that what they are telling is not acceptable. But is there any way that we can help them? Because you understand, right?
I
Dishonest
understood your
person.
words. I
Because
didn't
of
understand.
anger,
Huh.
I know I am the dishonest person, Prabhuji. Okay? I have so much anger on somebody. So I'm trying to
Okay.
influence somebody. So
Yes.
if you want to help me, how do you help me? You got to know that Janwa Mataji, because of anger,
Yeah.
she's trying to
Understood.
influence somebody, right?
Yeah. Well, it depends upon our relationship. Who has a good relationship with that person, and if that person is willing to guide them. It is said we um, we okay. Only see to If we have to help somebody, suppose, then we should ask question to ourselves, am I the right person? Is it the right etiquette? Or should I go to somebody who will be willing to help that person? It is said that the most unfortunate person is one whom everyone is afraid to correct. He is the most unfortunate person, right? For example, if somebody gives us chastisement and then we defend and we are like, no, 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 and then we become angry and we react, then the other person will have such a bitter experience by correcting us. That person, he or she will never want to correct us again. And then if we are doing something wrong, they will say, Bhai, I don't want to get into this mess of correcting this person. So Gaurang Prabhu says, most unfortunate person is one whom people are hesitant to correct. Understood? Most fortunate is when people feel free to come and correct, then we will not go wrong because Vaishnavas will save us. So we should give this access to everyone. Keep, you can correct me and I will take it positively. Alright, Janva Devi,
Yes,
the
Prabhuji.
question.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
As soon as we get to know the absolute truth, we should become fixed in it. Instead of wasting not hours, not days, not months, a single moment of time left, we should be engaged in serving Sri Hari. Many people mistake imitation to be following. These two words are not the same. To play the role of Narada is a play of imitation, but to follow the path of devotion according to Narada Muni is following. He who is constantly absorbed in discussing about Sri Hari is a saint. One who is, see, a quality of saint, na, they don't speak anything not related to Krishna. They don't want to hear anything not related to Krishna. Yesterday we were discussing how much, what were we discussing? One statement. How much topic not connected to Krishna is poisonous to me, and how much topic not connected to Krishna gives me excitement. I want to hear more about this. Anything not related to Krishna, we should feel like I don't have any tolerance to hear those things. But then still one should learn tolerance. And topic, understood it. Yeah, okay. He is he he who is constantly absorbed in discussing about Sri Hari is a saint. Like if you see our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, constantly discussing about topics of Sri Hari, they are saint. One who is constantly engaged in serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a saint. One who is constantly serving the Supreme Lord is a saint. One who in all his endeavors tries to serve Krishna is a saint. In every situation who tries to serve Krishna is a saint. We have many saints in person and Zoom call and in the altar everywhere surrounded. So much good fortune. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan offers himself, something remains unoffered. But a devotee can offer the Lord completely. If Krishna wants to offer you, you won't get Krishna fully. But if a devotee gives you Krishna, you will get Krishna fully. Means basically, don't try to get Krishna from Krishna. Try to buy Krishna from a devotee of Krishna. You will get Krishna as it is. Otherwise, you will get Krishna, your version of Krishna. You will get. Kind of. Do not try to become a guru to become envious. Means if we try to become guru, then we will become envious of our guru. If we try to become guru, then we will become envious of our guru. Do not try to become a guru in order to become absorbed in material attachments. But if you become my unalloyed servant, if you have acquired my potency, there is nothing to fear. But if you become my unalloyed servant, if you have acquired my potency, there is nothing to fear. A bona fide spiritual master is non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one cannot say that the spiritual master is a personal manifestation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will not be able to utter the holy name of the Lord. Think about it. Can you say, my spiritual master is the personal manifestation of Krishna? If you can say that, you can utter the holy name. But if you have some doubt that my spiritual master is the personal manifestation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, means basically if you find fault or if you see, he's not as pure, or if you can see your spiritual master as the personal manifestation of Krishna, one who cannot see that, he will not be able to utter the holy name of the Lord. Means some sound will come, but the holy name will not come. Like all of us. Go ahead.
I remember we were discussing one time, one devotee said Srila Prabhupada is Krishna. And Srila was like, no, he's not.
Manifestation of Krishna. He is manifesting Krishna's mercy to us.
Ah,
But they are not Krishna. Krishna, they are devotees of Krishna, but they are considered as the most confidential devotee of Krishna. See the word most confidential devotee of Krishna. So many, everyone, every spiritual master, every pure devotee is dear to Krishna. But one should see one spiritual master as most dear to Krishna. You see the difference? Dear, most confidential servant of Krishna, most dear to Krishna. That person has come to help. Then one will chant the holy name. In order to teach us how to serve Him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself appears as a spiritual master. A living entity cannot derive real benefit by reading hundreds of books or pretending to render devotional service according to his own ideas, but should be according to Guru's instruction. Being cheated by those who mislead people in the name of Harikatha has become a sort of religion in this age. Bhagavad Saptah, so many people speaking Harikatha, but they are not themselves deep in holy name, or they themselves may not be pure, you know, or they may have different conceptions of Krishna also. Some are just Brahman, some say Krishna doesn't have a form, and those people, Harikatha will not help. It has become just like it's a cheating, this sort of religion by such people. So Prabhupada would say that Harikatha should only be here from those who have developed love for Krishna, those those whose bhakti is authentic according to Shastra, everything authentic. So since it's hard to say who is authentic, who is not authentic, we recommend here within the ISKCON circle. बस और कहीं मत. क्योंकि we don't know, otherwise, yeah, very misled. Milk touched by serpent becomes poisonous. Likewise, holy name and Harikatha touched by those who are impersonalists. That kirtan will have adverse effect on us. We should not even hear their kirtans. That's why we recommend hear kirtan only for those people who are doing kirtan for the pleasure of Sri Hari, not who take business, who want to release some, like become famous through kirtan, who charges for performing kirtan. So many kirtaniers out of his con, and but here kirtan only from those who are doing kirtan for the pleasure of Sri Hari. That kirtan is purified. Now some tough ones are coming. Someone will be able to understand the profound meaning of the impartial. Should we finish it? There are 20 more. है ना? Anyways, fasting till noon so that eating prasadam time you can engage in hearing. Someone will be able to understand the profound meaning of the impartial truth that is being spoken fearlessly after hundreds of lives or hundreds of yugas. Unless hundreds of gallons of hard earned blood is spent, we will not be able to make people understand the truth. To make people understand the truth, you have to spend hundreds of gallons of hard earned blood. This truth, absolute truth, that is coming to us after hundreds of lives or hundreds of yugas we have been exposed to this truth. So it's very rare. The Lord does not accept anything offered by those who do not chant 100,000 names of the Lord each day. So means none of us are able to offer our food to Krishna. Association is the, I mean, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, he gave 16 rounds. For Saraswati Thakur time, it was 100,000 rounds. So for us, the food will be offered to Krishna if we can 16 rounds. Because our founder Acharya gave, yes. But during Saraswati Thakur, nobody can offer food unless they chant 64 rounds every day. Association is the principal impetus in human life to serve Sri Hari. Due to association of non-devotees, one gets material prosperity. Due to association of devotees, the spirit soul gradually becomes absorbed in serving Sri Hari. This is the greatest shelter for a human being. Never become averse to association. Whenever there are material difficulties, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes shelter and allow one to serve Him. As long as one has anarthas, maybe some of us may relate to it. As long as one has anarthas, one does not receive the good fortune of becoming a servant of Srimati Radharani. Those who discuss the transcendental pastimes of Srimati Radharani, the dearmost servants of Sri Krishna are sense gratifiers, covered enjoyers, and prakrita sahajiyas. Basically, they are hearing about Srimati Radharani to enjoy. They have anarthas. Who can become servant of Srimati Radharani? Who become free from anarthas. They can access the servitorship of Srimati Radharani. Others who try to access her are only sense gratifiers, prakrita sahajiyas. All right. When anarthas will be removed due to chanting the holy name, then Krishna's form, qualities, and pastimes will automatically manifest for the name. There is no need to make an endeavor to artificially remember his form, qualities, and pastimes. No need to artificially remember them. Let the anarthas goes away by your sincere utterance of the holy name. Then it will manifest automatically. That's why patience is a quality of a true saint. धैर्य रखो नहीं मुझे आज चाहिए नहीं नहीं मिलेगा you will get it just keep chanting. One devotee said na I'm chanting for 6 months I cannot see the universal form of Krishna yet. I said, keep chanting, it will come. As all of you, one instruction by Saraswati Thakur for us today on his appearance day, all of you preach the message of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami with great lethargy, with great enthusiasm. Our supreme desire is to become the dust at the lotus feet of the followers of Shri Rupa Goswami. Do not give up devotional service, even if there are innumerable dangers, countless, countless insults, and endless harassment. Means, कुछ भी हो जाए, basically. Do not give up devotional service. Do not become disheartened. Thus, most people in this world do not accept the message of unalloyed devotional service. I think I really become disheartened. Today morning also I was thinking, क्या कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. Sasha Thakur is telling, do not become disheartened that most people in this world do not accept the message of unalloyed devotional service. Never give up your devotional service and hearing and chanting about Krishna, which is your everything. Always chant the holy name, becoming more humble than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. We do not want to become great fruitive workers or religious leaders. All we want is to become the dust at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami. Amazing. Right? That is our original identity. We should never display any kind of aversion toward Sankirtan Yagya. Means Sankirtan is going on, let me run away. Kirtan is going on. So we do not want to display any kind of aversion towards Sankirtan Yagya, which is perfect sacrifice, complete with 7 forms of worship. If we have gradually increasing love for that, then everything will be accomplished and we will attain ultimate perfection. Just preach the words of Rup and Raghunath with enthusiasm and courage. Courage means don't worry about the repercussion. Preach. Go for it. And yeah, if people don't take up, don't become discouraged. With courage you preach. And complete dedication to the followers of Sri Rupa. If I stop preaching the unbiased truth due to fear that people will not like it, I am accepting the non-Vedic way, rejecting the Vedic way. So if I fear preaching the absolute truth, thinking people may not like it, then we are accepting a non-Vedic way, rejecting the Vedic way. Then I become an atheist. Wow. And I lose my faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Means if I am hesitant to say pure Harikatha, thinking they may not like it, then I don't have faith in Krishna, then Krishna will take care of the rest. I'm just gonna repeat what he's saying. Prabhupada says my only qualification is I'm not adding or removing anything. I'm presenting as it is. And Prabhupada was fearless to present the truth as it is. One example who was fearless to present the truth as it is Prahlad Maharaj. He knows he's sitting on the lap of Father. He knows if he says the word Vishnu, झापड़ मिलेगा उनको. Actually, he knows that. और भी बहुत कुछ मिलेगा. He's telling, what did you learn? Shyamanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaran. He was fearless. And what this fearlessness of Prahlad Maharaj in presenting the absolute truth. उन्हीं के स्कूल में he's preaching about Narayana, where teachers are Sanda Marka, who are sons of Shukracharya, all demoniac class. Whole society, their father, mother. He alone is a devotee in the entire planet, Guruji, Prahlad Maharaj. And he's fearlessly preaching to his friends, to his father. They're trying to kill him, still he's fearlessly preaching. अरे एक लिमिट होता है fearlessness का. He crossed all the limits of fearlessness. Great excellent. That's why Lord was so happy that Lord himself came to protect him. Nobody is there. But we don't have that faith, na, that we are we kind of act based on our intelligence and not having full faith. So Sir Thakur says avoid that. Then I become an atheist and I lose my faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the personification of truth. In this material world, there are only two representatives of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who are those? The transcendental sound vibration of the holy name and his eternally transcendental deity incarnation. Deity of the Lord and the holy name. They are the two representatives of Krishna in this material world.
Previous, in the previous one, so where it says like clearly it goes back to the previous question I was asking, but it gives them at their level.
Yes. You give them at their level.
It is not.
But um, don't say what they may like. Say what is true. At our level, if you're at Prahlad Maharaj level, no problem. The deity is worshipped by the holy name. Sentient is served through sentient. How do we worship the deity? Through holy name. Sentient is served by the sentient. Sentient means spiritual. You serve what is divine by what is divine. Means if you one devotee asked Radhanath Maharaj, do you have any personal deity? Maharaj took out his bead bag and he said, this is my deity. That is the main deity in Kali Yuga is holy name. For the pleasure of the Lord, his devotees call him by his holy name to render service unto him, not to fulfill their own desires. Why should we invite Krishna? Very relevant to all the devotees in Krishna Community Center, to render service to him, not to fulfill our own desires. The deity is a merciful incarnation. Good. The deity is the merciful incarnation of the eternal form of the transcendental Supreme Personality of Godhead of the spiritual sky Vaikuntha. It is a direct proof of the personal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vaishnavas do not imagine whether God is a person or impersonal. They are not idol worshipper. Means the deity is Sakshat Krishna in Goloka. There is no difference. Is he there or not? It is Sakshat manifestation of Krishna in Goloka is a deity. Just as the purports of the Vedas have been briefly described in the Brahma Sutra and the Vedanta Bhasya, the conclusion and the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam has been similarly described in a brief and accurate way. Unless one studies Srimad Bhagavatam under the guidance of a bona fide Vaishnava Acharya, he will not be able to understand the real purport of Brahma Sutra. Srimad Bhagavatam is the original commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Means don't worry about Vedanta Sutra. Bhagavatam is a commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Study Srimad Bhagavatam. Without Bhagavatam, we will not be able to understand what is really Vaishnavism. Sri Jiva Goswami specifically explained that Srimad Bhagavatam is the original commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Okay, so 5 more. Last 5. Yes, we are on 16 now. The word devotion cannot be applied to anything besides Krishna. ऐसा नहीं कि भक्ति to Ganesh, bhakti to Durga, bhakti to Shiva. Bhakti is cannot be applied to anything besides Krishna. Krishna is the ऐसा नहीं कि शिव भक्ति, गणेश भक्ति. प्रभु जी हम इनके भक्त हैं नहीं, भक्तों के भक्त हो सकते हो बस, या कृष्णा के भक्त हो बस. Krishna is the only subject of devotion. Brahman is the object of knowledge. Paramatma is the object of nearness. But Krishna is the only object of service. Every word has twofold aspect, conveying a meaning based on knowledge and meaning based on ignorance. The aspects of word that indicate something other than Krishna, Vishnu, or Sri Chaitanya conveys the meaning based on ignorance. In knowledge, everything indicates Krishna and signifies Krishna. Means every word should be connected to Krishna. Anything, not any word not connected to Krishna, anything is understanding the word in ignorance. Something like that. Like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relate anything, any question anybody would ask, Mahaprabhu would relate it to Krishna. Krishna Bhakti. What the ignorant mass understand about the Krishna is not the real object of the word Krishna. In other words, God, Allah, and even the Sanskrit words Ishvara, Paramatma, etc., only indicate a great energy coming out of Krishna. They do not indicate the total aspect of the word Krishna. There is no work as auspicious as serving the spiritual master. Of all worship, the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the greatest, but the worship of the lotus feet of spiritual master is even greater than the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless this is firmly realized, we cannot understand what saintly association means. We cannot understand what the shelter of spiritual master means. We cannot understand that we are dependent and he is our maintainer. If we take shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual master, we can become free from illusion, fear, and distress. If we wholeheartedly beg for his mercy without any deceit, then the spiritual master bestows all auspiciousness upon us. Rushed little bit, but yeah. Alright. On Zoom, are we okay? Devotees. Hopefully. Thank you. Prabhuji Mataji. Dandar Pranam. Hare Krishna.